Welcome to TWF Monday Night Raw. I am Michael Cole, here with Renee Young and Corey Graves. And today on Monday Night Raw, we're going to see the end of the fight between Godzilla and Samoa Joe. Now, keep in mind here, folk. Now keep in mind here, folk, how we're going to end this fight here between Godzilla and Samoa Joe. Yes, it's a tables match, or a leaners match, Michael Cole says. Yes, that is true, Renee Young says. The only way that they could end this fight between Godzilla and Samoa Joe was to have a leaners fight. Well, I'll tell you right now, Corey Graves says, Samoa Joe isn't going to go through that table. And then again, Godzilla's not going to go through that table either. But then again, Godzilla was the dumb one who started all this with Samoa Joe. Which that's not true. It was Samoa Joe who did it with Godzilla. Now we got Samoa Joe in the ring. Well, it's come down to this, hasn't it, Godzilla? Me and you, it's gonna come to an end. You know? It's going to come to an end when I put you through this table. So, why don't you come out and see if I can't put you through this table? Well, Michael Cole says apparently Samoa Joe's acting like he's not afraid of Godzilla. And I know a lot of folks out there who are afraid of Godzilla, and if they're not, Samoa Joe should be. Or you can't say that, Michael Cole. Don't even say that. Samoa Joe's not afraid of Godzilla. Godzilla should be afraid of Samoa Joe. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Renee Young says, Godzilla's the king of the fiends, and there's no way he should be afraid of him. Yeah, I'm going to put you right through this. You know I'm going to put you right through it, don't you? Yeah, come on, Samoa Joe. I seek you to try to put me through it. And now Samoa Joe and Godzilla are fighting now, Michael Cole says. Who's going to go through the table? Well, I don't know, Renee Young says. They're both fighting back and forth. Yes, they are, Corey Graves says. It ain't going to be Godzilla. Oh, Godzilla just threw Samoa Joe right through the table. That means Godzilla won, Michael Cole said. He put Samoa Joe through the table. Yes, he did, Renee Young says. Now, hey! And then he gives him a Godzilla stunner after that, Corey Graves says. Oh, Godzilla, he has no on-look for anything or anyone. You to be talking, Renee Young says. That's Samoa Joe who has no on-look for anything or anyone. Not Godzilla. Have you forgotten what he did in all his films, Renee Young? Do you know how Godzilla act like after being here for 20 years or so? Or it's 21 years of being in the Toy Wrestling Federation. You know how he acts like? You know how he behaves like, I mean to say? Yeah, I know how he behaves like, Renee Young says. But we remember, it was Samoa Joe who started with Godzilla. So I think Godzilla's in the right to do that. Well, Michael Cole says Godzilla was in the right to do that to Samoa Joe, even though Samoa Joe would have done something to him, though. I understand we have Gene Okerlund, who is now going to be talking of Godzilla. Yes, my guest at this time, the one I speak with, happens to be called the King of the Fiends, Godzilla. All right, Godzilla, you just beat Samoa Joe in a tables fight here on Monday Night Raw. But what is next for you? First off, as far as I know, Gene Okerlund, I am done with Samoa Joe. I have beat Samoa Joe. Okay, Samoa Joe beat me 2 times, but I had beat him more than I did. So as far as I believe, Gene Okerlund, I am done with Samoa Joe. Well, Samoa Joe might actually believe, unlike Godzilla, he might actually believe he's not done with you. Yeah, he can believe whatever he wants to. He can believe whatever he wants to believe, Gene Okerlund. But as far as I believe, I am done with Samoa Joe. I beat him in a tables match, and that makes me done with him. Well, Godzilla, I would like to say that you wouldn't say you're actually done with him or not. Samoa Joe might actually say that he isn't done with you. Well, I don't care what Samoa Joe says or what he does, since I'm saying I'm done with him, and that is that. Well, alright. Godzilla says he's done with Samoa Joe after he beat him in a tables match. Back to you, Michael Cole. Alright, Gene Okerlund, Michael Cole says. Thank you. And from what Godzilla's saying, he's actually done with Samoa Joe after putting him through this table here on Monday Night Raw. Well, Renee Young says Godzilla beat Samoa Joe. We knew that Godzilla wasn't going to go through that table. We knew he's too big to go through that leaner. But anyway, he did go through it. Michael Cole said Godzilla did beat Samoa Joe. Yeah, I suppose you thought it was really good that Godzilla gave him the Godzilla Stunner after he put Samoa Joe through a table. And I'm here to say I believe Samoa Joe's not done with Godzilla. Not at all. Well, that's all the time we have here for TWF Monday Night Raw. Michael Cole, Renee Young, Corey Graves. We'll see you tomorrow.